Yeah, you mentioned the XFL earlier. A lot of information came out regarding the XFL filing for bankruptcy. Obviously, by filing for bankruptcy, Vince is kind of off the hook. I mean, it's well within his right as a company to file for Chapter 11. But with it, Vince had also paid out a couple of loans to the XFL right before it folded for the payroll. So he's actually the biggest creditor to the XFL. So in the bankruptcy filings, he would be the one that's owed the most money. And then a lot of mom and pop shops would be out of, any payments that they were owed to the XFL. From the XFL. So, and then also Vince had terminated Oliver Luck, and Oliver Luck is now suing Vince McMahon for wrongful termination. He said he was wrongfully terminated after the league folded, and he said that he received a termination letter detailing why he was being let go, but he denies any wrongdoing and says the allegations against him aren't true. So he was let go. The company says it was due to cause. Oliver Luck is claiming that is not the case. He was on salary for, it's believed to be 20 to 30 million a year, and yeah, so granted, so he's suing Vince McMahon. You got to think it's at least $20 million in that lawsuit.
It has to be something significant to do that, because with Vince and his team of attorneys and those guys, I mean, that's gonna. And I don't know what Oliver Luck is worth wise, but Vince, the way they tend to do it is they try to bleed people out and they delay things, and they cause you to spend a lot of money, which is how they've been successful so many times with different things. That guy, I feel for him. It sucks. It's just a shit situation. And but it clearly he's losing out on a lot of money if that's the route that he is taking, and it is. I would bet that, in just knowing Vince stuff, I would tend to believe that Oliver Luck's probably not in the wrong on any of this.
Yeah, and he had left a big job, a high-paying job, to join the XFL. So, yeah, so Vince McMahon, he hasn't been looking good in all of this. There is a report by PW Insider that a lot of wrestlers have been noting how Vince has been coming across as a grumpy SOB due to the XFL woes, and yeah, apparently Vince is not in the best of moods right now.
That's not a shocker. He was notorious for, you never knew what kind of mood Vince was going to be in, and I mean, he deals with a lot, obviously, and from a business standpoint, he's built up quite the empire of things, but he's I just think it's interesting, and this is the guy that took over the wrestling business from his father. He's done some great things. I really think, though, when you look at Vince McMahon, and I think this is going to go down in his legacy, it's not ending well. And this is not even personal. This is just looking at this and knowing what I know. Wrestlers have made him, and him surrounding the people from, and I just listened to what JR's book, the Under the Black Hat, in which which that book is everyone should listen to. That tells you all the information you need to know about Vince on what kind of human being he is. It's not good. And JR even says Vince, the wrestlers and the wrestlers' love of the business and the people Vince puts around him is the reason why Vince is successful. And when you look at Vince, and this is in my opinion, but the facts are all there, everything he has tried to do outside of wrestling has failed. And it hasn't done well. Or you look at the bodybuilding, look at the supplement, the IcoPro stuff. What else has he done? The XFL the first time, XFL the second time. You can chalk it up to coronavirus, but based off rating, things were going south, I think, pretty quickly once again on that. The movies, which it never ended up quite amounting to what they wanted it to ever amount to, and it's kind of fizzled, I feel like, over time. And then wrestling, and the reason why is it's not Vince. It's because wrestlers love, and the people in the wrestling business are different human beings, and he's preyed on that for his success. And he's not able to replicate that success because he can't find that in any other endeavor, which I feel like eats away at him. That in his, and this is just looking in his eyes, I feel like he's a failure in everything else outside of wrestling, which he took over from his father, and just he did some great things with it. But there's no doubt that in the fact that he keeps trying to do different things at this stage, that it doesn't. I just feel like it eats him inside with that.